talk about life abroad, but from this emotional and mental, point of view. Because life abroad is so many things. It's the adventure and the excitement, and also the challenges and the hard moments and the logistical issues and the foreign country and the new language and the new culture. It's a lot of things. But we want to talk to you today about the emotional side of it and the mental side of it. And what happens to us when we come to a new country and we live in a different and new surrounding.
Welcome to another episode of the Coffee Talkie Show.
Welcome to the Coffee Talkie Show, and today we have a real interesting topic. You know?
I think it's a subject that is really close to our heart. And I think a lot of you will find yourself in what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, it's easy to relate to this topic if you're a woman living abroad, or if you're a man living abroad as well, and maybe if you're not even abroad.
Yes, so we're here with our coffees if you're just listening to us, and we hope you have your coffee with you so we can start the Coffee Talkie Show.
I'm with water today because it's super hot.
Yeah.
So it's very important to hydrate. And
I put ice in my coffee. Everyone with their techniques.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's begin and talk about our topic today, which is a state of... mental state.
I think it's the emotional state.
Okay.
The emotional state we are in when we're dealing with so many things. And it's true for women living abroad, but it's also true for everyone. At every single moment of life, we are in an emotional state.
Yeah, so let's give this topic a name. We call it emotionally exhausted. And I don't know if you ever felt this before, this feeling of, it's not physical exhaustion, it's emotionally exhausted. And there are many symptoms. If you maybe felt some of them before, it's when you feel tired, no matter how much you sleep. And if you're easily irritated, like everything gets in your nerves, and every step you take makes you, flip your whole life. Very, emotional, crying easily, getting angry easily. Those are some of the symptoms of emotionally exhausted.
Yes, and the reason why we wanted to talk to you about this today is because I think it's a subject that we're not talking about enough.
Yes.
Not only us, but people in general, we don't talk about enough about this emotional state that we are in whenever we're dealing with different things. And, all of the things that you just mentioned could make you think of, let's face it, this time of the month, or and people talk about this. People talk about PMS as something that is very common, and we talk about it more and more in today's world. But it's not only that. Our body and our energy is consumed by so much of what we're doing in our life. Then yes, we need to take care of it. And it's not and if you feel like you're crying a lot, you're tired a lot, you are irritated easily, it's not only because you're a woman, and it's not only because
you're not hysterical.
No, it's not that. It's natural. It's human being. And I think we wanted to come here and talk about it today.
Yes.
So first of all, to tell you, you're not alone.
Yeah.
We're dealing with it. We are doing our best whenever it happens to us. And guess what? It happens to us. And yesterday I was just talking about it in a live that we've done, that we said a lot of people think that because we are expat coaches, because I'm a positive psychology expert, because we're living in Paris, then we should never feel this way because we are the experts, right? And no, we're not robots.
Yeah, we're humans.
We're humans, and you're a human too. So if you're listening to us right now and this subject tingle a bit and makes you feel like, yeah, they know what they're talking about, yes, keep on listening, because this is what we're talking about here today.
So let's maybe go a little bit back and talk about life abroad, but from this emotional and mental, point of view, because life abroad is so many things. It's the adventure and the excitement, and also the challenges and the hard moments and the logistical issues and the foreign country and the new language and the new culture. It's a lot of things. But we want to talk to you today about the emotional side of it and the mental side of it. And what happens to us when we come to a new country and we live in a different and new surrounding.
Yes.
So what is happening to us emotionally and mentally? Let's begin it from. Let's go from the beginning.
Let's go from the beginning. So I think part of it is that we're experiencing a lot of emotions, right?
Yeah.
A lot of emotions. We are on this roller coaster of emotions all the time. Whether you are currently planning to move abroad, then there is this like expectation and excitement and, oh my God, I'm going to live there, and all of my friends, they will come and visit me, and I will
but
do
also some fears and from the unknown, and you don't know what to expect, and you have all those technical things that you have to deal with, and bureaucracy that you need to do, and all those things that are maybe frightening, but also overwhelming and hard to deal with.
Yes, so just by that, if you're only thinking of moving abroad, you already started this roller coaster of emotion, moving from excitement and adventure and joy and expectations to fear and scary and trying to get everything. So this is the roller coaster we're talking about.
Sometimes we feel all of them
in the
same time.
Yes.
You are like so excited but so afraid of what you're doing, and it's exhausting, okay? But that's the step before you move.
But when you actually move, it keeps on going.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let me be brutally honest with you right now. It's not going away. It's not because you lived here for a year and you're currently saying to yourself, okay, but I've been dealing with it for a year. Now it will get better. It won't get better on its own, okay? It's not because you live 20 years as an expat somewhere that those things are going to disappear. No, because every change that you're going to face within this area of living abroad will bring this emotion exhaustion back on track.
Begin the cycle of emotion again and again and again. And that's totally normal, okay? It's not you, it's not
us,
French people, it's not Italian people, it's not Americans abroad, it's not. It's normal for every human being to have this whole range of emotions and that you have to deal with it.
Yes, and because it's normal, I think it's okay to talk about it, to be honest about it, and to put it out there and be like, listen, this is what I'm currently feeling. And it's not the big things that will cause it.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's the small, sometimes tiniest situations that will get you so drained that you don't even know where to start. And I think yesterday we talked about an example that it's so small, but it's so emotionally draining.
Yes.
And let's share it with everyone.
Yeah.
So
come on. Okay, so I've been living in France for a year now, and this tiny thing of doing grocery shopping, I still don't get it, how to do it in a way that fits my needs here in France, and it's not going smoothly. It's every time I have to shop for food and supplies, I get irritated and frustrated and overwhelmed every time. So like every week, I I haven't managed to find a way that makes me feel okay. Like, it's settled. It's okay. I don't have to put so much energy while I'm doing it. Okay, because when I lived back in Israel, I had my routine. I did those things, I didn't have to give so much energy and thought about, where am I going to shop? Where can I find this almond milk without sugar that I need? Where can I find kale? Where can I find
the milk?
I don't drink milk, but yeah, I can find it on the shelves. So it was easy and it was flowing and it didn't take any energy and very little time from my day and from myself. But now it's been a year and I still haven't managed to make it flawless. It requires so much energy for me every time that I try ordering online, try to go to a market, try big supermarkets, tried small ones, tried ordering from farmers. I tried it all and I haven't found yet the way to do it without being such an energy drainer. So every time I shop and every time I get the product in my kitchen, I'm like, what happened there? What happened to this easy task of shopping for food, like the essential, basic?
And let's be honest about it for a second. It's not that you moved from one crazy place to the desert, like a place where you had everything, to the desert. No, you moved from Israel to France. There's a lot of things, but because it's different, because it's unknown, and even after a year, creating this routine again and finding yourself, your marks in this new place, it's draining.
Yeah.
And you said about it yesterday, and I think that's the message that we're trying to say. Even the smallest of tasks can take so much energy out of you.
Yeah. And I don't know if it happens to you, but please share with us if it does. When you're grocery shopping, it's not about just the time that you spend in the supermarket or online. It's, you think before, what would I get and why would I prepare for dinner today and for tomorrow, and I need this and this, and the lists are in your head and it's so time and energy consuming and it's exhausting. Okay, and when you know what you want and when you know where to get it and how to get it fast to deliver to you, then it's easy. When you have your marks and everything is flowing, and then it's easy. But when you don't, because you don't know how the shelves are arranged and you don't know how the aisles are and you don't know if this product is equal or similar to the things that you used to consume before, because you want things similar, that's okay. You have certain needs and desires, that's totally fine. Or I'm not saying you have to consume only things from your country, but you can find similar things or equal things, nutritious wise, okay? And when you find those, it goes smoothly.
Yeah, but
until you do, it's so frustrating. And it's so small, it's one small thing in your day combined with all the other things in your day, all the small things in your day to day, that together can really bring you down and can easily bring you to this emotionally exhausted. And if you're not trained, it can break you down. this can break you down, when you say to yourself, what the fuck, I'm here for a year, why can't I figure grocery shopping? Like I'm doing it like for the last 20 years by myself. Why is it so hard? And then you start questioning yourself, your capabilities, and that's a negative loop that you need to know how to stop. But that's like, let's go back again. And you said it's the small things, but let's be honest here. When you live abroad, you have big challenges, bureaucracy, for example, because it's really, really fresh in my mind right now. That's big, okay? But sometimes it's so big that you understand that there's not much you can do about it. Then maybe it's easier to, let go. It's frustrating, but it's there. But the small things of your day to day, when you want to talk to someone and say something and you don't know how to do that, that's so frustrating. When you're going to a yoga class and the teacher speaks French and what is she saying? Like, I've been doing yoga for years. I know yoga, but I don't know what she's saying. What are those terms? This is so frustrating because it makes you question yourself and your capabilities. And you can say to yourself, but I noticed, I really do. Why am I feeling this way? Why?
Why? Because you're a human. That's why. And I think again, when we're thinking of moving abroad, and if you're gonna go on Google now and type, I want to move abroad, what do I need to know and what do I need to take care of? Everyone will give you like all those blogs and all those experts and all those websites will give you this long list of things you need to think of and you need to get prepared for. And like, for example, you said bureaucracy, it's this huge thing, but as you said, because it's huge, because it's a big pain in the ass, then you know, like there's so many websites that will tell you, listen, in France, it will take you a year, you need to do this, they will ask you a million papers, you will give them, they will tell you again that you need to give them again, and it's a process and you cannot do anything about it. Or they will tell you that if you want to move abroad, you need to find first a job and this is how you need to approach this and these are agencies that will help you and you need to find an apartment and it will be hard, but if you go through Airbnb for the first 6 months, it will help you. They will solve, or not solve, but they will give you the advices for the big things. But as we said, no one, at least from our understanding, is talking about those day-to-day experiences that will drive you crazy. And I will give you another.
And it happens, okay? Let's face it.
It happens to everyone.
Not sorry to tell you.
No, happy to tell you.
When you're living abroad, you will get emotional and you will have hard moments of, feeling like shit, questioning your step, questioning the reason that you moved, questioning everything that you did, feeling miserable. It happens to everyone. Even us that we moved like I don't know how many times. And it still happens to us. And it's not about avoiding those emotions and this feeling, let's be prepared, get strong and avoid all the negative feelings and avoid being drained and from energy, and we can't avoid them. That's like pointless of trying to do that. What we need to do is actually first know that it's going to happen. So if you're about to move abroad or you just moved abroad and we are the first one to tell you, yeah, you're gonna feel like shit sometime, but it's okay.
Yes. But it's normal. And you can make it work.
Yeah.
You will find ways for yourself to make it work.
And actually, when you find a way to make it work, you feel so great and you feel so powerful, and actually it gets you stronger.
Yes, but that's the thing, like our belief is that no matter what you're dealing with in your life right now that make you feel like maybe I need to quit my job, maybe I need to go back home, maybe it's my partner, maybe it's the French people, maybe I need to live somewhere else,
Maybe it's me, what's
maybe
wrong
it's me,
with
what's
me?
wrong with me? If all those questions are in your head right now, this is fine, and the solution usually is not out there. It's within you. And actually, no, the problem is not you. The problem is that you drained yourself and you cannot deal with it anymore. So the only thing you can do is recharge. Imagine your phone right now, okay? We all have smartphones. We all use them to their best of their limits. But how many times do you really take your phone and use it until it turns off? Usually not, for two reasons. One, you're always scared that you will find yourself without your phone. So you make sure you always have either your charger or you're charging at night or you're doing whatever you need to take. Because let's face it, we're addicted to our phones.
Even you put it on power saving mode.
Power saving mode, yeah. Just so you don't find yourself without your phone, right? And the second reason is that when you bought your phone, everyone knows that if you're draining your battery to the limits, it's not healthy for your phone. And the battery doesn't like it. You need to always live a little bit of percentages and then recharge it. But don't crash your phone to death and before you charge. But now let's face it, if it did crash, if it did turn off, 0% in the battery, can you turn it back on? Can you use it fully power again? No, you can't. And if you don't believe me,
try
it, okay? You need to put the charger on and leave it for a couple of good minutes before you can even turn it back on. And I don't say before using it or doing something with it or whatever. And we as human are the same. If we always need this and power energy mode. When we're feeling too low of energy, we need to make sure that we're not exhausting ourselves. And if we reach this point of done, I'm done. Now I can't do anything anymore. Then it's not the time to tell ourselves how shitty we are and how incapable we are and how powerless we are, because it doesn't help. The only thing we can do at this moment is recharge.
And if you don't have a charger, you put yourself on power saving mode. Do as little as you can. Okay? And
it's really important to know we are like, life in 2022 is a race. This is how society is living. At least if you're not living like in this amazing forest or jungle where you're disconnected from the society and how we are living here, okay?
Yeah,
modern society. But if you are part of modern society, okay, we are on a race. We have a feeling that we need to live as many hours as we can every single day and do as much as we can. How many times did you feel that, I actually wasted my weekend because I've done nothing? How many times? Every one of us has felt this way. What have you done this weekend? Nothing. And I feel so bad about it. Why? You stopped. You breathed. You gave yourself some rest.
That you needed.
That you
needed. Because we don't have like a charger that we can plug into the wall and get...
Maybe we should create one.
And create energy. We need sources of energy. And a lot of us, including us, honesty moment, we're mistaken and we think that we need more energy, we need to do more. We need to go to the gym 3 times a week. This will give us energy. We need to deal with all the to-do lists we have, sort things out, get things done, and then we'll get energy. But when you are drained, you can't do those things. And the more you push yourself to the limits, the more you take on yourself things, you exhaust yourself more and more, and it actually takes more energy than you get in, leaving you at the end of the day almost broken.
Yes.
And that's a hard moment to be in, and a hard place to be in, when you're feeling, that's it, I'm broken, I broke down, and now I can't even, look at myself. I can't do anything. I can't bring myself down. I don't know, where am I going to get this energy? Where is this charger? What can I do? I don't know. You're so emotionally exhausted that nothing seems to work. The only thing you can do, and we tell you this because we've been there more than once.
Yeah, it happens to us all the time.
And it's okay. It's like a red flag, you're reaching, low levels of energy, emotionally exhausted, arriving soon.
But think of it about every single aspect in life, okay? We talked about the phone as an example. If we take a car, you will have this
red light
telling you, listen, you're draining out of gas. You need to fill in because you will not be able to continue driving. If you had a flat tire and you won't put air in it, you will not be able to continue the road. If you, if you go on an airplane and there is a problem, they will give you oxygen mask because otherwise you won't be able to continue. Like, all those big things, it's common sense to us that, oh yeah, when I have a flat tire, I should put air in it. Interesting. You don't try to
when I'm flat
tire, maybe I should go for a run and kill myself and don't have any more air. But this is it. Like, we're not thinking of ourselves the same way we think of so many things outside of us. But we're asking you here, just give yourself this energy that you need right now.
Yeah.
And you know yourself best. Even if right now you're feeling drained, flat, broken, incapable of doing anything, great. Rest.
The first thing you need to do is really stop whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do, because the more you're emotionally exhausted, and it's not physical, maybe your body, is on fire and you can run a marathon now, but you're emotionally incapable of thinking clearly. Okay, so you need to first of all stop. And we said it, we talked about it before. It's like when you're driving a car and you're on, the highest gear,
yeah,
and you want to stop. You don't just push the brakes and stop in a violent way because it hurts. You need to little by little slow down until you can stop, then stop for a moment, a real moment. A stop sign is just not slow down and continue. It's slow down, then stop, breathe. Take the time to breathe. It's so important and it's vital. We won't be able to live without it. So breathe and take the time to be aware of this breathing and your breath. And even if it takes 2 days, 3 days, doing nothing, you're stopping and breathing right now. And fuck the world, okay? It will continue spinning, no worries. It's not about you. You need to take care of yourself. You need to recharge right now. So you need to stop and breathe. And sometimes it could take an hour or 3 days, or I have to tell you that sometimes, one time it took me 2 months, okay? That's okay. And you have to tell yourself that's okay. And it's for you, not for anyone else.
We say it in different situations, and I think it's important to say it here as well. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary. So whatever you're feeling right now, whether it's excitement and joy and adventure and oh my God, I'm so happy, or if you're feeling crappy and sad and angry and frustrated and overwhelmed, both equally will not last forever.
Yeah.
So whenever you're feeling like this, you can tell yourself, this is temporary and it's okay. And I will come back to whatever I need to do from a fresh perspective, from a resilient perspective, from a confident me, and not from a broken. How many things can you do if you're broken? Have you ever tried to fix something and going up a ladder that is not stable? You will never do that. You will never do that because you know you're gonna get hurt. Again, give yourself those life examples that are so easy for us to imagine, but we can't imagine it for ourselves. Have you ever tried to go up a ladder that is broken? You will never do that because you're not crazy, because you don't put yourself to fail. So why will you try to do all those incredible things when you're currently not a stable ladder, because things are hard for you?
And you know, sometimes we think that, yeah, I'm not okay right now. I'm exhausted and I can't think clearly. But I have so many things I have to do. People need me. For example, I don't know if you're a mother or a partner or just, you know, you have friends, they need you. But how can you give them what they need if you're not okay? You say, don't walk on a broken ladder. How can you give someone to drink from a broken glass? It will only hurt them more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, those responsibilities that we have, again, you're human, and we all feel this way. And I remember myself working in a corporate environment and telling myself, I cannot get sick. I cannot take a day off. You know what? I couldn't even allow myself to take half a day. Say, listen, I'm leaving today at 4 p.m. as if it was half a day, because I need some time. I was never able to do that because how will my employee will work? How will my boss think of me? How will my client react if I'm not here? I need to be available 24/7, blah, blah, blah. And we put this extra pressure. So actually, instead of feeling better, every single day, we feel a little worse because we're drained, but we keep on going. So we take, you know what, personal share. So I have a headache. So let's take some Advil because this will solve my problem. But guess what? It doesn't. I still feel bad. I didn't sleep. So the next day, I feel even worse. And it's an ongoing loop. And you know, at some point, someone told me, what do you need to happen to stop? And I was like, I can't stop. If I'll stop, my client will fire me. My boss will tell me that he's taking this whatever. I will lose this project. I can't stop. And he was like, what has to happen for you to take a break? And I was like, I don't know. He was like, what do you need to happen? An accident? So you can't go to work? Physically can't? So you get hit by a car and this one will make you not go to work? We don't need to get to the extremes to understand that we need this for ourselves.
We don't need, yeah,
but we do.
We did, okay, we did, and we are here for you to tell you that you don't need to get there. But if you feel like you're close to this extreme, and you feel it, and you know it, and if you're honest with yourself, you can feel it. Like,
yeah.
I can tell you that I felt it before, you know, this crash. And now we feel it even more, okay? We know, we see the flags, you know, we see the yellow flag, sometimes the orange flag, and then when it's red, it's like, hi, I
told you I'm coming and you didn't listen.
Yeah, we have to listen to ourselves, you know, because we know best, you know, we know ourselves and we know when we are close to this exhaustion, and we feel it in our body. We see our reaction, you know, to simple things. I don't know, for me, it happened to me every time that I get to this point and I'm like, why am I yelling now? it doesn't have to make me, why am I so frustrated now? What's happening? Wait, something is wrong. Why am I not sleeping well right now? I'm going to bed early. Why am I not sleeping? What's happening to me? Why am I so irritated? Well, emotionally exhausted.
Hello,
okay?
big sign, like imagine a Vegas sign, like in a cartoon.
Yeah.
This is it.
And it's we laugh at it now, but it's not funny when you feel it, and you have to admit to yourself, well, I'm not okay now. And it's hard to admit, and we get it. Really, we do. But you're not alone if you feel it, and you have to admit to yourself that right now you're not okay. That's hard, we get it. But do it anyway, because that's the only way you can start taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get really exhausted. It's just when you start feeling this, interesting, it's coming. I'm not emotionally stable like before. I used to be fine, and I don't know, these last few days I'm not. Stop for a moment, observe yourself, observe your behavior. What's going on with you right now? And it's okay to say, I need to pause. Where's the pause button? Oh, it's here. Yeah, I'm going to stop whatever I'm doing. Take half an hour, take a walk, breathe, drink water, go to sleep. I don't know, sing, dance, do whatever you want. That's your life. You know yourself better than we do. Do that, but do that. Take it. Take this time to stop.
And you know what maybe differentiate us from a lot of people out there in this world, and you maybe too, is that we are so used to it that we don't fight it anymore. We know that it's here. We know that it's normal. And we're so aware of those flags, of those signs, that when we reach it, if in the past it would take us months to get back on track, now we can do it in sometimes in a couple of hours, sometimes in a couple of days, sometimes in a matter of minutes, because we realize the flag early enough. Okay, but this is practice, and this is what we're doing every day in our day-to-day. And I have this image in my head, this scene from Friends, where where Ross is holding his margarita and being, I'm fine.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to pretend that you're fine if you're not right now. I don't say you need to go and shout to everyone outside and be like, I'm not fine. No, you need to be honest with yourself. And the only way to get better is to be honest and to know the flags and to practice it. So one time you will fall very deep, and the other time you will fall a little less. And on the third and fourth and 10th time, you will know what you need to bring yourself back up whenever you feel like it, because it will happen.
Yeah.
Again, it's part of life, and it's okay.
Even if you dealt with many situations like this before, and even if you moved abroad like us more than once, you've dealt with bureaucracy before. I've dealt with supermarket in different places before. It happens, but right now I'm a different person. The situation is different. It's a new city. I don't know. And the world has changed. I changed, my desire changed, my family changed. So many things have changed that I need to readjust myself, and things that worked for me 2 years ago aren't working anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why we get to those points, and it's totally normal, because before, when I got emotionally exhausted, like 3 years ago, for example, I knew I had to push myself, wake up early, do yoga every day, do meditation twice a day. I had to do long walks. And right now, that's not working for me as it was before. Okay? So I need to find new things to help me recharge. And, for example, yoga for me became such a routine and such, a calm moment of my day that I don't use that as a recharge, because I use it on a daily basis to charge myself. But when I'm drained, it's not what I need.
It doesn't have that effect.
Or for example, before I went for a run, but now, like a few weeks ago, I needed to recharge myself. I went to the nature, to silence, to use my senses. And the more we change, the more we evolve, the more we grow, the
things we need change and evolve.
And that's totally fine as well. And maybe you say to yourself, I used to run and it usually calms me down and recharges me. What's going on? Why am I so tired now? You changed. Totally fine. Find something new. Explore, be curious about who you are. What are your needs right now?
Yeah.
Okay? And don't push yourself more and more and more until you can't.
Yeah.
Okay? Stop, 2 steps before, 3 steps if you can.
We wrote about it in our book, Change Your Glasses, and if you want a copy of it, you can get it for free. The link is here somewhere below. But we talk about it as filling our own cup. So if you're seeing us right now, you can see that I'm holding my cup, and we're talking about how can you give someone else's water? And when we say give someone else is be gentle, be nice,
talk to someone, give advices, hug someone,
be a good employee, be a good partner, be a good mother, be a good daughter, whatever you are. How can you do all those things if your cup is empty? Okay? And in our book, we talk about what can you do to fill your own cup. Okay? We love this metaphor because you need to keep on pouring water inside your own cup in order to have enough for all the things that you need to do. And maybe we can talk a little bit about what can you do.
Yeah, and first of all, I think everyone's cups is different.
Yeah, different shape, different size, different...
You can't just take someone else's cup and, I'll do the same for me and it will work. No, you're unique and that's amazing. But you know yourself and you know what fills your cup. So it doesn't help if you're looking on Instagram and say, ooh, she's running a marathon to
make yourself feel better.
I'll do the same. Or she's cooking for 10 people. Or she's laying on the beach. What works for you? Be honest with yourself. What makes your cup full?
But what we're trying to say here is that there are things in this world that are, I love it, energy suckers, okay? And there are things that are energy fillers. And when you feel like your cup is running low, okay, when you're on this energy saver mode, you need to find things that are energy fillers, that will give you enough gas, enough oxygen, recharge your batteries. And what are those things for you?
We can give some examples.
And let's talk about, some examples. But I want to emphasize before the examples to say that whatever we're going to say right now, those are things that we know that works for us, for some of our clients. But maybe you need something else. And if you feel like you don't know, then you can have a chat with us and we can have a personalized discussion, and you can just book a friendly call with us for free and we can talk about you. But the idea is to stop this race and to ask yourself, what will fill my cup again? Because I need all the time, you all the time need to put enough water inside your cup so you have enough for everything. It's a circle. You need to pour in so you have enough to give back. And give back is living, because everything you do requires your energy. Everything. If you go out, if you walk, if you run, if you smile, if you laugh, if you cry, everything needs your energy. So you need to have enough of it, and you need to always pull back. So let's give some example of what works
for us.
Yeah.
And we're different, so it's different things.
Different things. So what works for you today?
Stopping and breathing, just sitting, breathing, doing nothing else. Walking in nature, barefoot. I walk barefoot on the grass or in the soil. It really grounds me and recharge me. Sleep. And sometimes sleep is an issue because when we are so irritated, we can't sleep. So if this is the situation, then it's not a good idea, to force yourself to sleep because
then you feel
not working. But if you feel like you need to rest, then rest. The Spanish people invented the siesta. You could do the same. Take a nap. It's not working for me, the naps, but some people do that. What else? Drink water and have good food, because sometimes when we are in this mental health situation, we eat crappy food, we drink crappy drinks, and it's draining and it's not helping our body to support us. So water with lemon and cucumbers, if you're watching, it works for me. And good food, fruits and vegetables. And that's one more thing, be with people that make you feel good about yourself, that accept you as you are, even if you're feeling broken. Get a hug from someone if you can, touch. Works for me.
Those are good stuff.
What about you?
I think for me, sun, which is nice to have when especially in summer, even though it's super hot right now. But when I sit outside in the sun for even like a short amount of time, it really recharges me. It's like crazy. Vitamin D really helps me. A source of water calms me. So if I can go to a river or the beach, it's even better. But just to match my breathing. Shower works as well. Yes, I shower a lot. Sorry, universe. Not a lot, but I'm not thinking out loud. But yeah, water calms me down because I try to match my breathing to the water's rhythm. So it really helps me to get this clarity. Friends, as you said, but good ones, not all of them. Some of them are energy suckers and some of them will give you enough. So in different areas, in different times of my life, I will be more closer or more distance with certain people, because some of them are good for me in these moments where I'm feeling a bit low, and some are less. Rest. I love to rest. I need this, and I know I need it. Sometimes escapism help me. Like doing something that I don't need to think about, and I don't need to care about, and I don't need to do anything about. Just be.
Sometimes a while ago, one of our clients, she said to me, I read your book and I actually went and saw a movie in the middle of the day, just to think about nothing, an escapism moment. And you know what? I discovered that nothing bad happened, and that's totally fine. I took a rest for 2 hours, watched a movie, thought about nothing, none of my problem, and nothing happened, nothing bad happened, and I got to rest, I got to recharge myself, and this was a great discovery for her. And I really loved it because, it's something so simple that we think, I can't take 2 hours right now for myself because what will people think of me? I'm not serious. I can't do my job. My kids will say something to me, but I have to do the dishes, but I have to go grocery shopping. No, you don't have to do all of this. You have to take care of yourself. This is what you have to do. And if right now you're low on energy, you have to recharge yourself. You have to find a way to do that.
Yeah. And if you all the things we just shared as examples, as energy feelers, those are excellent things for us. Again, as we said before, this what works for us the best. Right now, in a month, we might need other things. In a year, we definitely will need other things. Like, so ask yourself, when do you feel less low? When do you feel like you're a bit recharged? What can you try to see if it will make you feel better? And add those things to your life. Again, put this mask, this oxygen mask on, because you need it.
Yeah. And you know, when you're doing those things, focus on them. Because sometimes we say, yeah, okay, so I'm going, you know, to take a walk in nature right now because I need to recharge. But then you're
on the
phone for 1 hour with a friend that drains your energy. Then you did nothing actually. Or you put on, you know, a TV show for half an hour just to disconnect. But you do that while folding the laundry. No, just if you're doing something,
do it.
Do it, you know, with all your awareness and your being. You know, sometimes, let's take for example music, because music can be a really energy filler.
Yes.
Okay? If you put on a music that you like, or, you know, there are even frequency music that actually can help you elevate your body frequency. But if you do that while cooking, or while talking to someone, or while, you know,
answering your email or
organizing the house, then you're not concentrated on filling your energy. And in order to fill your cup, you need to have your cup in your hand, okay? Because otherwise it won't work.
Otherwise you will have water everywhere. But I even want to give you an example that is very related to this time of the year, okay? And I had this chat with this lady the other week. If you decided to take some holidays for yourself, whether you're going with your family or you're going alone or you're going with friends, you decided to take some time off. Give yourself this time.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're the one that plan everything ahead, or the one or the one that is more relaxed. But if you feel like you need, again, ask yourself, what will recharge my batteries? And make sure that whenever you take this, you're already taking some time off your routine. Make sure that during this time off, you recharge your batteries, so you don't arrive to September even more drained. You know, like, how many times have you gone on vacation and came back from vacation and was like, oh, I need a vacation?
That's
like,
our mom.
Hey mom, every time she goes off on a vacation, she comes back and is like, I need 5 days off now because it's been so much. But if you feel like, if you are taking some time off right now, take some time off and find at least a part of it. I don't say all your holidays you need to rest and do nothing, because I don't say this is what you need. You know what you need. But find what you need to recharge, and make sure that during this holiday, you do a little bit or a lot of this for you, because you need it. So you actually come back from your holiday recharged. And we need that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's fine. You know, don't apologize for it. You know.
And even if you're going with friends, it's okay to say, hey guys, you know what? I'm taking half the day to do X. Or I'm waking up an hour earlier to do Y. Or I'm taking the day to do Z. Whatever. And if you're going with family, and if you're going on your own, and you're like, I will share with you that a year ago, something like that, I felt like I need this. So I actually went alone to the beach. I told you, water is always my source of energy. And I've done nothing. Just sat there in front of the water. Sometimes I write. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I just sat there for hours. That's what I needed. And just like a phone that was recharged, like
battery full.
Yeah. And when I came back, I felt like I'm battery full. And that's what I needed. So be honest with it. And you know, when you're gonna tell to your friend, listen, I need half the day to do this, if they're good friends, they will be super happy for you that you're taking care of yourself. So don't be afraid to say what you need.
Yeah, and don't be ashamed of it.
No, don't.
Yeah.
So I think it was I think we're gonna talk about this subject a little more over the next couple of weeks, because I think it's there. And if you feel like anything that we talked about today resonated, talk to us.
Yeah, and
we're here for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, even if just to feel that you're understood and that you're not alone, that it happens to other people as well, then great, we'd be happy to be this person for you.
Yeah. We hope that you enjoyed today's topic and that it made you fill
your cup a bit.
Fill your cup a bit, and it made you maybe think.
Yeah.
And we're here for we love those subjects.
Yeah, thank you for watching us or listening to us or being up with in this live, and we really appreciate you being here and sharing our time and energy.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week.
Yes. Bye.